All right, we are live. Come on in, come on in. We are live, and I've got great information to share with every one of you. So here's the deal: new YouTubers, intermediate YouTubers, and advanced YouTubers. The page has turned. What you're seeing now is phase two of YouTube. Let's call this YouTube 102.1. 20 years ago, YouTube was not functioning as it is today. How many of you remember the the landlines? Well, the landlines are gone and they're never returning. The old YouTube is gone and it's never returning. So what we have today is the opportunity to take advantage of what you didn't know from those who have been doing it the long way. Technology has shortened the path to your success. And I'm going to give you the tea on that in just a moment. I'm going to set my phone up so that we can all dive in at about the same time when we're talking about. Hey, Anthony, welcome to my live today. I may be getting closer to the time that will make it such that I can come on live every day at this time. Not sure, waiting for the baby. But today I'm going to talk about now is the moment for people such as me and you to take advantage of what is out there. Now, I know that you've already become monetized. I recently became monetized, but that is the beginning. This is just the beginning. I believe that the real work starts now. And then when we reach another milestone, the real work starts again. So, this is what I have found through the type of research that I do, which is looking at what other people do, especially you. I pinned your information from yesterday. So I gained a lot from watching your YouTube yesterday, and hopefully people in my community will go to my community and watch your video. People are asking, is YouTube on easy mode? It depends. What do you have to compare it to? If you've never been on YouTube, YouTube probably isn't on easy mode. If you have been on YouTube for a while, like 7 to 10 or more years, yes, YouTube is definitely on easy mode. I remember when I got my first channel monetized. Oh, by the way, did I say I have a channel that's already monetized? It took me about 7 years to get it monetized, but I wasn't in a hurry to get it monetized because it had a different focus and a different purpose. It's still visible and viable today, but for now, I'm talking to individuals who are starting afresh, as I did. And I wanted to build empowered living organically so that when I talk about opportunities for empowering your life, I can speak from experience. My prior channel was for monetary purposes solely, and it was a place to hold lesson plans, information about my students, and activities that they could perform while they were still in my membership programs. But let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about how those of you, whether you believe it's on easy mode or you just do not know what to do, the very first thing that you need to consider is, do you have a viable cell phone? And I apologize to those of you who have iPhones because the Android is in the house. And everything that you guys can do with your Apple, you can most assuredly do with your Android. And I am proof of that because I have an Android phone. Now, let me just give you a little caveat here. One of the reasons I don't have an iPhone is this one is completely free because I'm on my son's plan. And he constantly tells me that the learning curve for the Apple phone is more than I can handle. Since he is providing me with the phone, I'm going to take his word for it that this is a phone that I need to have and do everything that I need to do up to this point. Now, I want you all to know, and I want to emphasize the fact that I am 71 years of age, going on to 72. There in itself was a learning curve for me. But 14 years ago, I was a Skyper. I was on Skype, so I understood that technology. So it was a little bit easier to transfer some of the knowledge that I knew about social media onto YouTube. Now that I'm here, that's fine, Anthony. The hours will count. And I want to talk to you guys about having hours when you are creating your YouTube channel. Do not worry about whether anyone shows up or not. For every minute that you gain by someone participating via listening, typing, or whatever, 60 minutes equals 1 full hour. Imagine that. You're going to get time spent or times earned if someone is listening, even if they are not typing, if they're not sending up emojis, if they're not doing anything. Even if the person is aggravating, someone who has nothing but time on their hand to be an agitator or an instigator. For every minute that they spend on time online, you're going to gain watch time for that. So keep that in mind, that no matter how irritating something is, you're going to be the beneficiary of that. Now, with that said, for the newbies, this is primarily for the newbies, or even if you're not a newbie and you still feel as if you are a fish out of water, simple things will help propel you. Just basic, simple things. When I was a child, I had very short hair, until my mom decided that I could manage my own hair with my own expenses. I could buy the product and do whatever I needed to do to have my hair to grow. And it was nurturing my scalp, doing the things that the ingredients said that I should do, that my hair started to flow and grow. You know what? As an adult, I don't want to do that. I want something that's a little faster, a little simpler, and easier for me to maintain. Thus, the hair that I have now. This is the only place that I know where I can get up in the morning and decide if I want to look like Tina Turner by virtue of my hair, Diana Ross, or Halle Berry, or myself. This is what YouTube allows you to do as well. Show up as whoever you want to be. But first, start out with what is most comfortable for you. Hey, Coco, thank you so much for joining me. Now, I'm going to tell you something that's simple. I did this yesterday. If you can talk about anything for 5 minutes, you can master this YouTube street. Here is a container of lotion. I'm going to talk about this container for 1 minute. I have no script. I just picked it up off of the table because I use it almost every day, if not every day. And I'm going to talk about this lotion for 1 full minute. I'm going to gauge it by looking at the timer on my laptop. So it's at 1:11 now. So when it turns out to be 1:13, it's 1:12. So today I want to tell you all something that many of you may not know. If you have or suffer from ashy skin, Aveeno is the product that you should get. The reason I say that you should use this Aveeno is because it's not terribly expensive, and I got the giant size. This is the refillable size. I have a smaller container that I just pour some of this into it, or you can just use it straight from the container as it is. I have a smaller container, and it's not an Aveeno. because it's more costly to buy the smaller container. But you know those little containers that you can get at the dollar 25-cent store, which is no longer the dollar store? Just get you one of those, pump it up, fill it up, put it in your purse or in your car, and you will forever thank yourself for not showing up ashy. This is self-care. That was 1 minute, and I still have more to tell you about this lotion, which I didn't really. I don't think I convinced you to buy this type of lotion. My point is, you can talk about anything, and you can talk about anything without a script. You can go into the kitchen. One of the things that I know that I can cook is fry an egg and fix a cup of water. I mean, not fix a cup of water, but put a cup of water in my microwave. Done, done, and done. If you can talk about something like that, then you can talk about anything on YouTube. What YouTube has become is Housewives of Atlanta. If you've ever watched that program or whatever the series are that are showing on TV now, this is what people are geared to. Who would have ever thought that an ASMR could generate for you 4,000 watched hours? It would be just listening to something like, you don't have to even have this device, but people enjoy listening to this type of sound or those types of sounds. What is an ASMR? I forget what the acronym is, but it's something simple that people can use. But I want to tell you that when you are coming on YouTube, when you decide to do a YouTube, if you do not want to show your face, you do not have to show your face. You can just come on YouTube, find you a beautiful image of something, upload that image, and talk behind the image. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about and you can't visualize it by me speaking it, please be sure to go to my channel and look at all of the videos that I post at midnight. And all of those videos are without my face, and they are getting lots of views, lots of watch time as well. Now, I like to have my sessions as Q&A. So these are what I'm calling office hours. Come to the office hour, ask questions, come prepared to ask questions. If you've got questions, I will help you find the answer. If I have questions and I think that you can answer those questions, I will be asking you my questions, and what I ask, not only will I get an answer, but if I have the question, other people want to know the same thing as well. So I'm going to say, Coco, thank you so much for coming and being a part of my session for today. Let me ask you first and foremost, where are you from? And are you monetized already? Do you have your 1K subscribers? And finally, how can I help? I'll be waiting for you to post some type of comment in the chat while I continue to talk. Now, I'm going to go out for a moment and just look and see that, Coco, I'm looking at your channel right now. And I can tell you by looking at your subscriber count, looking at your images that you're presenting, I've never met you. I will be a subscriber for you today. I will become your subscriber number 103. Now, I'm going on the basis that what I see is intriguing to me by your titles. So you're embracing the frizz, your lock journey. When I first came on, I was talking about my hair. I had very short hair. And I know that you probably can't relate to this just looking at your image, but you have a great grandma. You have a great grandmother who is my age. And your grandmother will probably tell you how challenging it was to maintain your hair. We had the hot combs. My mother would put the hot comb on the stove and go through to get my hair all nice and pretty, especially for Easter, Christmas, and my birthday. So I think I could count on 4 times a year I could get my hair pressed and curled, and it didn't last very long. But more to the point, if you are able to share with individuals how to get locks on their hair, and I would definitely go to your channel to learn how to help with my niece's hair, not my own, but my niece's hair. I'm certain I can learn something from what you're going to be able to tell me. So you can know that I'm going to go back and look at your channel and leave you valuable insight and feedback. Now, what I said is I'm going to also share with you, I'm looking for a pencil, found one. I'm going to share with you how to increase your subscribers today in this session. I'm going to tell you how to do that in this session, depending upon the number of people that show up in my session. A lot of people will do whatever it is that they do in any way that they do it. And there is no right or wrong way as long as you're following the rules of YouTube. Now, this is not considered spamming. However, if you are uncomfortable with what I'm doing or what I'm suggesting, then this is not for you. This is not for you to do. I'm going to recommend to Anthony that you're going to respond to Anthony at some point. Anthony has been vetted by me already. Anthony is a guru of many things, but I think of him from the point of being an educator, not from education in the school system or the college, but an educator of life. Similar to some of the things that I do, he is also a spiritual advisor. He also can give you insight into your finances. How do I know? Because I've done my homework. I've attended many of his sessions, so I can tell you that I will definitely vouch for him being a true supporter and trooper of whatever it is that you are doing, whether you're interested in gaining more subscribers, which I'm sure you are, keeping those subscribers, and what you might want to consider as you work your way up to the top. Now, the last thing I want to do is just copy this down here, Control C. So I'm making it easier for you to connect with Anthony by virtue of posting his link. With those 2 links, you got my link now because I have subscribed to you, and you can have access to Anthony. Now I'm going to ask you, as I ask everyone else that comes to almost any of my live streams or any of my YouTube videos, my 2025 goal is to observe what other people are doing, learn from them, utilize the strategies that resonate with me, and share that information. Now, if I can help you increase your viewership from, what was it, 103? And now it is potentially 105. You can actually increase your subscribers at a minimum of 10 subscribers per day. Now, if you want to have proof of that, and this is not clickbait, this is not I sub, you sub. No, it's not about that, but it's teaching you how to actually nurture the people in the community. The next step now is so that it can remain impressed upon Anthony's mind and vice versa. I want you to take a moment right now and say, "Hello, Anthony. It's nice to meet you." or whatever you feel like saying. Say something. Even if you already know Anthony, then you can say, it's good to see you here. This is how you nurture the community that will become your very own. I don't necessarily know how many people will be coming, but I can tell you that the more times you type someone's name, you speak someone's name, you're going to become even more familiar with them. I'm going to stop for a moment and wait for someone to say something, press an emoji, send up a heart, because in doing so, it lets the algorithm know that my live stream is live. People are in here and they are engaging and they're interacting. Thank you, Coco. All right. So be sure to connect with Anthony. As I said, I saw that you have a total of, let me look again. Let me look again. 103 subscribers. So you had 102 subscribers when you came on, and I became your 103 subscriber. When Anthony joins you, subscribes to you, he may say something like, I am a new subscriber, and check his page out. If he is doing something that you believe can resonate with what you're doing, then I would highly recommend that you subscribe to him. Again, when you come to live streams, one of the things that, hi, Uda. Well, you're my Isaac. It has been ages. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining me. I have missed seeing you, but I have not missed thinking of you. I have gone on your lives maybe at least twice a week, still wanting to do my folk tales. So those of you who are interested or have never seen beautiful, beautiful folk tales work, Uda is among the best. He is among the best who can help you with your folk tales. And if you want to see some great folk tales, go to his channel and you will see them. I actually have started a folk tales channel, and when I have questions, I'll ask him. And it seems that if I ask a question, he will create a video or he will share a link to a video that he has, and I'm on my way. But one of the things that I don't have is the expertise just yet. I haven't mastered the expertise in creating the videos that are actively moving. And he is extremely good at doing that. I had a technology problem with when I wanted to use Restream. I didn't know how to do it. So I think anything technical, if it's within his ability, he's going to answer it for you. He's going to help her. And all of the things that he offers it to you for free. Now I'm going to tell you something else about things being free. Things being free. Nothing is free, but it's an exchange. Here's what I mean. If you want some information from someone, including me, it is important that you give back. Watch at least one of my videos before asking for something. So this is what I'm saying about Uda. If you want to create an African folktale, watch one of his African folktales first so you can line up your questions about what it is that you want to do. If you have a question about, example, question would be, how do I use Restream? He will help you understand how to use Restream. What does it cost you? Looking at one of his 7, 8, 9, or 10-minute videos. That's all. You can't go to the Dollar Tree store and get something at that price. If we are not succeeding on YouTube, it is our fault. If we are not succeeding on YouTube, it is our fault. Now, I will say, like everything else, there is a learning curve, but you can come to YouTube without any experience, and your age doesn't matter. If you're 18, you don't need your parents' consent. If you're under 18, I think you need your parents' consent, but it doesn't cost anything. And it's just a safety measure if you're under 18. But this is the only place that I know that you can come to some place, use the equipment being the platform, the resources, the help desk, and you have a plethora of YouTubers who want to help you, just as I'm saying about myself, I'm saying about Anthony, and the same with Uda. So thank you, Uda. And he's a very good encourager. I almost believe when I started out with Uda and asking him questions about my folktale channel, he probably thought, where did she come from? Did she fall from a coconut tree? But he got me up to speed in a very short period of time. So I see Uda as family. And if I have questions, I don't have to think about hesitating to go and ask him. So that's what I want you to know about Uda. And for those of you who are watching this for the very first time, and you will be watching the replay, I'm still available to help. Now, Coco, let me turn my attention back to you again. I became your 103rd subscriber. I've given you Uda's contact information as well. If you contact Uda, Uda will know that you are asking for support. It may be that you're not interested in building folk tales right now, but they are something interesting to know about and to know that they exist. So let me just say, for example, if you're talking about hair, Uda is a master at talking about those avatars that talk. Oh my goodness. And they're so beautiful. The avatars, they seem to be talking in real time, and he can teach you that if you don't already know how to do that. That is a technique or technology that I would suggest that every hairstylist, every healthcare professional, and even myself should attune themselves to that as well. Now, Coco, again, I just want to turn my attention to if you have 104 potential clients right now and you're interested in getting your 500 subscribers, I can show you how to do that by getting 10 subscribers in one day. You've heard of, let me see your name again, Cocoa. Cocoa, where do you live? Where do you live? And it's not so important that I know where you live. I just wanted to tell you something based upon where you live. Where do you live, Coco? And it may be Cocoa. Coco. Okay, fantastic. So then you know this term if you live in Canada, Coco. Coco, there's a term that says I'm riding on someone's coattails. 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 Riding on someone's coattails. When you ride on someone's coattails, this means that you stick very close to someone that is doing something that you want to accomplish. First, you trust the person, and then you follow the examples of what has worked for that individual, and you will meet with success. Now I'm going to ask you, are you interested in having 500 subscribers by the end of February. 500 subscribers by the end of February or before. Coco, I'm asking you, are you interested in having 500 subscribers by the end of February? Fantastic. Now, I can almost guarantee, but I can't guarantee anything, but I can almost guarantee that if you follow my instructions or my suggestions, you're going to get your 500 subscribers by February ending. So we know that February has 28 days in the month. It is February 8th now. So let's just say that it's January 10th. So there's 20 more days, 8, that's 48. Let's round it up that there's 50 days between now and the end of end of February. This means that you need to get 10 subscribers every day. Every single day, you need to get 10 subscribers. Today, you have gotten potentially 3, but it's going to be up to you, not them, to make sure. No, we're not talking about longer form content is not going to get you your subscribers. Longer form content is good for your subscribers, but that is not what is going to get your subscribers based on what I'm telling you to get 500 by February. You're not going to get it by doing it by February if you're doing longer form, because I want you to concentrate on mastering one thing. You can continue to do your long form, and I'm going to tell you how to get your long form that you currently have. After I go to your YouTube channel, I'm going to tell you how to use your long form videos if you have long forms. Obviously, I have not been to your channel to look at it, but I am going to go after I finish here. Hey, Eunice. I'm happy to have you here as well. Eunice, I don't believe that I have met you, so I'm going to quickly go and take a quick look at your channel. Coco, please do not leave because I need to give you another piece of information. Okay, so Eunice, I have subscribed to you, which means I have looked at your channel. I have looked at your channel, and the people that I have joined are people that I believe are going to be beneficial, and they're interested in becoming more, doing more on YouTube. Now, right now, Eunice, you are someone that I can truly learn something from because you have 1,000 more subscribers than I do. So in this area, I'm going to say that you are the expert. Coco, I have just posted Eunice's contact information. Check out her information. If what she does resonates with you, I am going to suggest that you consider subscribing to her channel as well. Now, the thing that I'm going to tell you that I'm going to do is this. I'm going to add you, Coco, to my list of referrals. I'm going to refer you to several of my subscribers because now you are one of my subscribers, or you will become one of my subscribers. And when you become one of my subscribers, that means that I have vetted you. Eunice says, my videos are getting reasonable, but my earnings are in cents because I have India as my top country. All right. Being in India, I really can't advise you about how to break into the American market. I can advise you in terms of what I call the American market. You first should consider intentionally looking for Americans or English speaking people or English speaking countries where people are doing what you're doing. Now you can go to vidIQ. I'm just learning how to use vidIQ. And you're looking for people who are not in India. So I would imagine that the majority of your subscribers are from India. People in native English speaking countries are not buying products in India, but people in India are buying products in UK and in America and Canada. So you need to find a market there, because hair is hair, and the hair that you're getting in India is the same hair that people in America are getting from India. It's just that it's already here. Okay, I do African videos because I reside in Africa, Ghana, and that's fine. That's fine. But you have got to break out of your contacts. Your subscribers need to become more Canadian, people from the UK, or from North America. You've got to find that audience so that we will start watching your videos. So when I start watching your videos, I'm not going to be that much help in terms of sharing information about what you do, because I'm not interested in just looking at what I saw. Well, I'm not even sure who. Let me go back and look. When I started doing, did I tell you that I started to do African folk tales? I started to do folk tales because I met Uda. What was not getting me any traction was African folk tales. What gave me more traction was folk tales for every generation, which meant everybody has folk tales. We have American folk tales, we have Spanish folk tales, but when I say African folk tales, it tends to limit myself. Okay, so your pictures are not about hair. Yours is not about hair. I'm not sure what yours is about, honestly. So what I'll have to do, I have to go into your channel, and my channel is about Africa. Africa, explore with me. Please become part of my amazing family. Okay, so your channel is about Africa. Okay, I just read the bylines or the subject line. But you will be able to find your audience, but you have to do a little more work on your own by going outside of Africa, making sure that people outside of Africa are looking at your channel. Remember that I said that I think I said that I have a monetized channel because I teach ESL. I don't teach English to native English speakers. So I had to go outside of the United States to find my clients. Now I have my clients and I have a monetized channel because everybody over there lives someplace else other than the United States. But it took me about 7 years to build that client base. And if I had to start over today to do the same thing, it would not be as challenging because YouTube has changed. Now, yeah, that was what I was saying. My Speak Excellent English Academy is monetized. My Empowered Living will soon, I don't know, eventually. I'm going through my videos now to make sure that I have everything that I need, and then I'll submit my request for monetization of this channel. So Coco, you're still listening, and I wanted to say, Coco, you have also Eunice's contact information. I think I put it in here. So that is 4 people, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 people that I've already given you today. Now, 6 more people will take you to your 10 today. What did it require of you? Yes, it took some time. You had to come to my live stream. But you could have done the same. You can do the same by going to my YouTube channel. But you're here at my live stream. So, Eunice, let me share with you when I recognize that I understand what it is that you do, I'd like to also put you on my referral list for students or potential subscribers who need help to increase their viewership. Now, I do have some Americans that I can send you their names, and they would be interested in perhaps knowing more about Africa. But again, I haven't really looked at your videos to know what you do. And I will say that if you looked at my bio, my native name, my maiden name is Jones. My married name is Akpaita, which is Nigerian. But I'm not trying to target a Nigerian market. I'm trying to target anyone who wants to have an empowered life. So I can touch on so many things in this live stream of empowered living. All right, so now I'm going to go back to Coco. Coco, do you understand now what I'm saying about 10 people per day? And we have 48 days to get that. If it means you have to come to me to every one of my live streams for advice as to how you can get your 10 people, I will tell you. But I think that you'll be able to do it on your own. So now I'm going to. Your channel is about African culture, cooking, exploration, farming, videos about a village school I teach. And all of that is wonderful. I have lots of students or subscribers who are from some parts of Africa. I have lots of people whose interest is farming, culture, and the lifestyle. And if you go and go to my channel and you see the comments that I make to individuals who are from other places, or just listen or watch or see the comment that I make on your video that I watch, you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. But I live in the United States. So when I go to, say, your channel, for example, if you're talking about African culture, even though you may live, I think, did you say you live in Canada? Or that might be, okay, you connected. All right. So if you connected with me from Tashayla, you know exactly what to do because I also attend and follow, and I am a subscriber of Tashayla. Tashayla suggested that as many people as you could, you should connect with them. You should connect with them. And that is what you're doing now. You're connecting with one person that you met from Tashayla's live, right? And from that exchange, I only subscribed to you today, or did I? I don't remember. I don't remember. But either way, we are connected now. We are connected now. But being connected and not nurturing is not going to help you. Oh, Big Jack. Hey, Big Jack. Big Jack, I want to say that I looked through my files, not that I have to find the perfect picture, but I wanted to find a great image of myself because I'm going to be featured on your story. So I wanted to find, and I'm going to get you a great picture of myself. And although I think at the age of going into 72, I look pretty good, I want to look fantastic because many of the people that will see me for the first time on your show, I want them to see the best side of me. So I will get that to you today, and you'll have it for your markup whenever you get started. Now, So, Big Jack, what I'm doing right now is talking primarily to Coco. I'm I'm open all day, unless the baby comes. If you schedule me for the day that the baby comes, we're gonna have to cancel. But if the baby isn't coming um, on that day, then I'm good. So she said January 17th. So whatever day January 17th is, that is the expected date. But you can go ahead and schedule me. But as soon as I know, or if I find that it's looking kind of iffy about the time that you give me, then um, you know we'll wait. But I believe that your show has a great opportunity for everybody to learn how to grow their channel in a very, what I consider, organic way. Now, you've all heard the phrase that it takes a village to raise a child. This is the same with creating a successful YouTube channel. It takes a village. It takes a village, similar to what Big Jack is doing, getting people together, and his show is called Iron Sharpens Iron. So, Eunice, I'm going to suggest that when you find out the time that Big Jack's session starts or starting, try to attend. Big Jack lives either in Canada or in a native English speaking country. So you're going to find people whose first language is English. So, Big Jack, the reason I'm talking about a native speaker of English in America, North America, Canada, and UK, the ads that are run pays much more than those ads that run in India. And it's understandable if you understand marketing, but I'm not talking about marketing. I just know that you need to have a plethora of Americans or an American influence on your channel. So when I start to go to your channel, that is going to be something, because if you understand your analytics is looking, who's actually watching this channel over here about African food and culture and clothing? If it's only people who lives in a country where they don't have what I want to call excessive income, they can't charge as much for the ad, and they're not able to give you as much for the ad. Um, Jack, how many hours time today? The Iron Sharpening Iron Show, where we show that we are stronger together. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going back to Coco. Coco, I just put in Big Jack's number, his link. Right now, I am among only the few people that do this, because you really need to do this with care. If you do your research, if it appears that I am spamming, I'm going to be penalized for putting all of these links in my chat. But I'm not up to 200 or 100 people in this chat. So this is not spamming. This is something that I'm saying. I have vetted the people's whose links I have posted. So if you connect with these people, that makes a total of 5 for you today. Now all that you need to do is do the same thing. Now it's networking. Exactly. So we're networking. Now, one of the things that you haven't done, Coco, but Eunice has just done it. When someone is in the chat, you want to create a memorable experience. You want to say, "Hey, Jack, how are you?" Jack doesn't know you, but he's going to respond, "Hey, Coco." Then when you go through and type on his channel, Hey, Jack, I'm a new subscriber. Jack is going to remember that, oh, I saw you on Empowered Living. And he's building that networking aspect. And when you start to build that networking aspect and you're comfortable doing it, look what happens. You start to explode. So I want to, now that was all that I want to say about that to you, Coco. But I want to say to you, Eunice, no, it's not Eunice. I don't even know who it is. Whichever one of you is doing all of these long form videos, if you do not have your 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to suggest that you stop doing the long form videos and do more intentional work of visiting other people's places, their homes, and getting to know them. This is what will make your long forms videos beneficial. Do something in a very good way initially, because everybody has to get through the threshold. Everybody's got to get through the threshold. If you only have 700 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours or 5,000 watch hours, you are not going to be monetized or recognized. Cover your bases first. If you know anything about baseball, which I don't, they put the worst players at the beginning so they can get them out of the way. Then they can go play real ball games, right? So this is what you want to do. Get the easiest stuff out of the way first. And you can still be creating your long form videos, but don't create the long form videos until you know who is going to come and watch them. Cover your bases, get your 1K subscribers and your 4,000 watched hours. And I have a strategy for the 4,000 watched hours. Now, Big Jack is a minister of many things, I should say. Religion, just healthy living, and common sense. Okay? Combine all of those things together, you can find an answer. If you are not a believer, or if you are a believer, Jack, I want you to say amen in the chat if you agree. Faith without work is dead. Faith without work is dead. People will say, oh my gosh, I believe I'm going to make it. I believe I'm going to get my goal. And they do nothing. I said on my 30th, on September 30th, I said on September 30th, which was my 71st birthday, that I was going to become a recognizable force on YouTube by December 31st. And I stayed up because my goal was to get 25 subscribers every single day. Did I get 25 every day? No, I did not. But I also had a baseline of 10. I would not go to sleep until I had 10. But my goal was 25 every day. So if I got 45 in one day, they didn't go over to the next day. I started over. Then in December, I needed to have 100 hours every single day. 100 watched hours. Did I get 100 watched hours every day? No, I did not. But I called on 10 people every day. I called them. They're on my phone. Please watch my playlist when you go to bed. 60, my 6-hour playlist for 10 people, my brothers, my cousins, my aunts and uncles, 60 hours every night, supposedly, they were watching. Then I spent time doing live streams, hoping to get an abundance of people to come and watch the live streams. So let's just say in this example, I'm sure you all know that for every person that stays on, I get watch time for that. So at this moment, there are 4 people. 5! Yay! I have 5 people watching. I know that this is not the case. And I have been on for 55 minutes. But if everybody started with me at the time that I started, I would get credit for 5 hours, and I only spent 1 hour of my time. Sometimes I went live 3 times in a day. 3 times. And sometimes I stayed on 3 hours at a time. People came in, people left. And I think I got the most I've gotten was 27 hours in 3 hours of my time. This is what they call being hungry. Les Brown, who is a well-known author in North America, he says you have to be hungry for something to become tangible. That is faith. I had faith in my abilities that I could do what I said I was going to do. And by December 31st, I had my 4K watched hours. But what if I didn't have my 4K? Well, YouTube was not going to stop YouTubing. I would just need to move the goalpost and say by January 5th or January 10th or January 15th. But I set goals. So, woo, you did great, ma'am. Yeah, I did. And here's the thing. I had a team of people. Big Jack was a part of the team, even if they don't know that they were a part of a team. Big Jack, do you not see that even now I run a restream 24 hours a day? It's always running, except when I oversleep. When I oversleep, it's not necessarily running 24 hours a day. Or if there's a glitch, which is glitchy, so you have to check to make sure that it's running. But I run my restreams back to back. So I've got restreams in my drive. And yeah, so it's easy. And if you have not reached your 4K watched hours by now, Jack, I'm just going to tell you one thing that you already know, but you don't know if you're not already doing it. We all love you. When I come to your show or the one that you have tonight, I don't know that I'm going to make it tonight, but I'll try. If you ask each of us, in addition to watching your live stream or your Iron Sharpens Iron, if you create a playlist for us, Jack, create a playlist for us and ask us. There is something about interaction when I ask you to type in the chat, amen. Tonight, if you have a playlist ready that is 2 hours long, Jack, not of a replay of, or it could be of the one that I saw last week. But whatever the case is, you have to ask. We are lazy and we don't want to be taken for granted. Ask us. Now, I'm going to ask, this is what you'll say something like this. I'm going to ask each of you all to do me a huge favor. I want each of you to look at the playlist that I have posted, wherever you posted, and I want to ask each of you, if you can, and just by a show of hands or whatever, how many of you will watch this playlist between now and Saturday? No one's going to watch it on Sunday, and they're not going to watch it Saturday, but when they get home Saturday night, well, it depends on where they live, they're going to watch it. So they got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to watch a 2-hour playlist. Will everyone watch the 2-hour playlist, even though they raised their hand and said, I will? They're not, but they're going to watch some part of it. I promise you, if 10 people say that they raise their hand, I'm going to watch it, they're going to watch some part of it, and you're going to get that many hours. Now, he's online for an hour. It's for an hour. Big Jack is on for an hour. So Jack, If you don't know how to create the playlist, please learn how to create a specific playlist so that you can actually see how many people watch that playlist. Not a playlist that you've already created, but that one playlist. Then you can track what you might need to tweak for the next time someone is going to watch a playlist. I hope that makes sense. Um, Big Jack, you didn't answer. So, Eunice, did I answer your question for you? I hope I did. It's 1 hour. Okay, he answered it as well. It's 1 hour. And if you come early, you'll probably see some people there that want to chat. I got there early. So people are in the green room. That's what I call it. I call it the green room. You can just have a conversation by texting to people that are there. And so again, guys, the more action that is taking place on this live stream right now, just send up some emojis, type something in the chat. The algorithm is looking for activity. It is not reading text. It's looking for activities. So if you can't do a thumbs up, then type a period in the chat. Because it's a two-person live, I have a guest side by side with me during the live. It's a get to know, grow, and glow show. Yeah, it's awesome. Jack, if you go out and find the link from last week, you can post it and I'll pin it in the chat. Would you? Wow, you did a great job. Okay, so we also know that accountability is key. Jack, you can chime in on this if you want or not. One of the reasons we have churches is to have someone hold ourselves accountable. Yeah, we believe in God. Yeah, we believe in the higher something. But if we don't have any place to go and no one is counting on us, well, I think I believe in God. But he said, when two or three gather in my name, we can have church or something like that. But going to a church, going to a building is an accountability factor. People are waiting for you to show up. And when you show up for yourself, you're showing up for others, you get much more accomplished. So when you come to my live streams, which I really have not factored in a specific time that I'm going to go live every single day, but I'm working on it. But I know that I want to be more accountable to myself and to my growing community. Whether you show up or not, I'm going to be here anticipating that you're going to show up as well. And guess what happens when that continuity starts? Momentum grows, and you're going to get more revenue. You're going to get more advertisements. You can't just give up because nobody's showing up. People are watching. People are looking. People will come to my live stream and they are not able to type. They're not able to do anything but listen. As long as they keep this portal open, I'm gaining watched time hours. So let me see. I have now been on for an hour and 3 minutes. Physical hours, I've been on for an hour and 3 minutes. Let me see how much time I have gained by being here. If you have questions, comments, anything, just type it in the chat so that the algorithm will know that we are live here now. Humans are humans, and humans are lazy. That's just my definition for humans. They may not necessarily be lazy, but we like to know that you are aware that I'm doing something. Look how, I don't know what the word is I want to say about this. I'm so much aware of what I look like that I want to make sure that when my picture is on something on that show, that it is looking the very best that it can look. So right now, my analytics says that I have credit 2 hours, 2.2 hours. That is amazing for me only being online for 1 hour. My being online for 1 hour doesn't count if nobody shows up. But as soon as someone shows up, the clock starts to tick. I start to earn. So for you guys showing up for me today, so far, no matter how long you came, no matter how long you stayed, you contributed to that 2.2 hours that I've already gained. Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Jack. So when you go to not just my live stream, when you go to anybody's live stream, think of anything that you can do to help them. Things that you've learned here today, things that you didn't know. And if you were doing it but not understanding why you did it, now you do. So if no one says, do a thumbs up. If someone doesn't say, type something in the chat. Now you know the importance of doing it, especially if you are a new YouTuber. And being a new YouTuber doesn't mean that you are young. It just means that you are not adept at using the YouTube. 7 p.m. is in how many hours time? I don't know. I'm on the East Coast. I'm not sure where Jack is. Jack, what time is it for you? For me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For me, it will be in 5 hours. I don't know where Jack is. Jack, where do you live? Okay, so in 5 hours from now, it will be 7. You will also see if you have subscribed to Jack, you will also see, I think you'll get a message or something. I don't know exactly how I know, but you'll know. But in 5 hours, you'll know that he is on. And I believe some other people came in or not. If you are just coming in, type a 3 in the chat. If you're not just coming in, then type a 6 in the chat so I'll know who's still here. If you've been here already, type 6. If you're new, type 3. Eunice, Talata. All right, so Eunice, I hope that what I've given you is great information that you can use. There are 5 individuals in this chat for you, Coco, and you're looking at getting, thank you, you're looking at getting 10 subscribers every day. And it's easy to get 10 subscribers every day because all that you need to do is spend 1 minute, no more than 3 minutes on an individual. Then you're going to spend, well, a total of 6 minutes. But I don't really spend that much unless I really am fascinated by what I see. So for example, Eunice, I must have visited your YouTube channel because I subscribed to it, but it didn't grab me like now when I go back, I'm going to really know who you are. I wanted to become a subscriber or you subscribed to me or you were recommended to me. I'm not exactly sure how it came about, but now that you have attended my live, I will remember you for a while, unless you just stop coming to see me and commenting on my videos, then I'm not going to remember you as much. So as an educator, my students will see me and they'll say, hi, Ms. Ekpaita. I'm like, well, who are you? Well, I was your student in algebra, or I was whatever. Well, I don't remember them because their features change. Mine's pretty much stayed the same. That's why they remember me. My problem is how to break out my contact. Really, that sounds difficult. I'm not even sure what that means. My problem is how to break out my contact. That really sounds difficult. I don't know what that means, Eunice. What is, I will definitely watch your videos too. But I want to understand my problem is how to break out my contact. Really, that sounds difficult. What does that mean? Tell me in simple words. You try to break out of what? What are you trying to break out of? Coco, are you still here? Because it's an interactive session. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's just, Talita that's here. Yeah, I think Talita. Talita, I think that you're the only one that is here now. So help me to understand what it is that you're talking about because it's not clear. I will definitely watch your videos. I believe her reach. I'm talking of how to get the English speaking country subscribers. Research. You have to do the research. You have to go to hundreds of people that does what you do. Well, I don't honestly, I have to look at your I have to look at your YouTube channel to see what it is that you're talking about. And when I understand what it is that you're talking about, I can tell you. So when you comment on one of my videos, I will remember to look at yours a little closer. So now I understand you want to know how to get to your reach, your target reach. And I think I just told you one thing to do. I think I said that when you go to Big Jack's program tonight, you're going to see native English speakers or English speaking people on his channel. When you get to the channel, you want to say, let's just say that you did. You would say, my name is Priscilla. Or you could say, hi, Empowered Living. It's good to see you. And if I didn't know who you were, I'm going to try and find out who you are. You don't necessarily know that I am from a native English speaking country because you won't hear my voice. But if you've gone to my videos and you listen to my voice, you'll know that I have an American accent. Then you want to start communicating with me if I do something that resonates with you and complements what it is that you do. I want to believe English speaking countries don't like my continent. I don't even know what to say to that. I really do not. I don't know what to say to that. Now, Eunice, I don't necessarily know whether you are a person of color or you are male or female, but I could say that some people are not really interested in doing anything with people of color. If I believe that, I could say that. But even if it were true, there are so many people who do not feel that way. You just have to find your people. Okay, Coco, but that will only be 2 videos. Right. Good point, Coco. Talk to English speakers on their lives, just like you're doing to me on mine. Talk to me. And Eunice, you are a female and African. 2, you're Ghanaian. Some of these countries, like I said, my ex-husband is Nigerian. And I see these females out cooking food on the open fire. I have no desire to do that. Not ever. Not ever. And I never did. I've been to Nigeria, but I had no desire to do that as a lifestyle. but I found it interesting that they could do it. And I love the way that they dress. I love their colorful clothing. I love watching their videos. It's just like watching TV, and the money is going to come after watching so many videos. But you're going to have to work on your mindset as well, Eunice, because the universe is going to bring to you what you tell it. If you're telling yourself that you can't find people, and it may not, your audience might be German. Your audience might be German. Your audience might be Chinese or Korean. I'm just saying because I am an American. I think the Koreans make a lot of money on their channels, or the Chinese or whomever. Fashion, cooking, yeah, any of those things. But as I say, Eunice, I need to look at your channel, and I haven't done that. So I can't really advise you too much in that regard. And um, okay, any other questions? Your channel. I don't know where that is. Thank you so much, Bam. We'll work on my mindset. God bless. Okay, work on that mindset. So thank you so much for coming, Eunice. Eunice, did you connect with everyone that I gave you in the link? Did you copy their links down? That will give you, or maybe you didn't need any more subscribers. I don't know. Coco, I think you've got all the ones. And now, Coco, the last thing that I'm going to tell you is that you can go, I was going to go out and get a link for you, actually. Let me see if I can find it. It's not there. Two, not there. Let's see on this one. Three. Shoot. I don't know where I put it. File. Open. Start. Well, I can't put my fingers on it right now. So if you start with that 5, if you start with the 5 that I gave you, Coco, go to each one of those individuals. This is what is going to get you to 500 by the end of February, if not before. Go to each one of those videos and don't choose a 10-minute video. Choose a 3-minute video, or watch a 3-minute video. Watch some part of the video. If you really enjoy watching the video, watch the entire thing. Leave a comment, then know that that person will comment back to you. Thank you guys for watching. It was my pleasure. Bye, everyone. Bye.